What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I hope you had a happy holidays. I certainly did. I packed on a few pounds and it was so worth it. I will be dieting all of January leading up into Valentine's Day and doing something special with my wife there. You only get one body. Take care of it. But I'm not your papa unless you go to the streams. So let's go ahead and get into today's market watch, starting with all the Maliss buyouts. Maliss buyouts everywhere. I love the one dedicated person in the comment section like, you were so dismissive of Maliss. You kept downplaying it. And it's like, bruh, I said they're the second best deck over and over. They only get better upcoming, so people are looking at future formats as well, and potentially what Banlist would do leading into the WCQ and going in on cards earlier than ever as the market has been doing. So Maliss, I don't dismiss them when I say they're the second best deck. That's a huge place to be in Yu-Gi-Oh! And a non-tier 0 format, and the money is speaking, but there is a waifu tax on top of it, and that's not dismissive because the current best deck is completely overshadowed in this set as the Maliss cards take both of the top slots now for quarter century secret rares, and we see that Dormouse gets bought out to 120. Chessy Cat got bought out to around 60 and has 6 listings here, and more of the cards continue to just churn in price and they take the top ultra rare spot too. There is extra future potential to this deck and it is very strong right now. I also always own when I'm wrong, and I've owned multiple videos. I was wrong about this during pre-sales. It ended up being the deck to get, and I constantly underestimate the waifu tax because that is an extra percentage on top of gameplay, on top of other things. Look at the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, also for the deck Link Spider, both the quarter century secret rare as well as the ultimate rare are spiking like crazy right now, and that seems to be for Maliss to be able to out in the Beerooth tokens, etc. And here you can see the ulti was trailing down, was about $20 and is now towards 26. We also have for waifu tax, Dragon Maids will be getting extra support, be getting better, and the OG art for House Dragon Maid is now going following the alternate arts spike. So be aware that this is on complete buyout mode and has gone all the way to freaking $16 after these cheaper under $10 listings disappear, and then this one it heads towards 15 very quickly as it's on buyout mode right now. Let's actually check the sales on this. Yeah, they're all under double digits, so this is fresh. It happened recently. Triple Tactics Thrust Ultimate Rare takes the top spot for now, going back and surging in price. I pointed out that I was surprised this didn't get bought more after Triff's profile, and here it goes a little bit later. If it's on Market Watch, it's too late. No, sometimes people really take their time getting around to things. So this is spiked all the way up towards $50, and you can see it was trailing downwards even after that. So good to y'all who ended up getting it, and the quarter century secret rare is no slouch but is behind the ultimate rare around 44 right now. Speaking of other meta cards that have those two versions, Infinite Impermanence's quarter century secret rare is absolutely surging right now, and you can see a couple listings here around 92, 90 before it is $100 without even looking through a playset for near mint. Yeah, we do have one playset near mint actually, and then it's $100 card. But the ultimate rare is also spiking up during this time, if we can get this to load, live editing done cheap, and we see that it is around $130 a copy. So the ultimate winning here for now too, even though the other version is spiking actively. Blue Eyes White Dragon quarter century secret rare. I just brought this up in another video and I showed off that seller who was doing something cool and listing theirs low, so other sellers had to buy them out so they could flip their money faster. I want to show exactly what happened with that. All 104 copies here after other people ate some of them up, so a good spread of people did get some some, but 104 copies in a single sell. So they pushed either a seller or investor in cardboard to do so, and now you can see whoever bought those, they're probably winning, as there's multiple sales that are reaching over the $30 mark, and the lowest listed near mint right now is $33. This, again, great looking copy of the card, immaculate. People don't necessarily want to rip open these tins either. It's the main collector value that will stay over time, along with Dark Magician Girl, which is floundering at this point despite the other ones coming out, and you would think people would want to add to it. This, people have been wanting it, and it is continuing to go up. Along with, for the deck, Primate Lordly Loathe is now getting tons of sales for the QCR at the 80 to 90 range. Check this out. Playset, another playset gone, another playset gone, another playset gone. Mostly at that 80 plus range. I don't know if they had shipping tacked on to these or not, but a light playset at 95 is wild to me, considering the near mints are already a little under that for the next playset, but it does quickly go up. This mixes in multiple decks, not just Blue Eyes, but Blue Eyes is the main reason that this is churning so hard. Dark Corridor had a buyout that immediately cooled off. Like, look at this. There's $18, and then it's $25, and then it's $36. So people were ready and started listing after. Although it's not the most in the world, you can see it was bought out to the $18 mark and has been consistently trailing up from 14 to 18, etc. So be aware, people are buying this. Let me know if you know the reason why. Resurgence in the Dark Worlds? Could be. I've always liked this card and thought it had a lot of potential. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage Quarter Century Secret Rare original art is also getting bought out, trailing the Alter Art buyouts that we already covered. Tons and tons of just Sky Striker buyouts have been happening, and of course, new animation, 4 more year chance, new support. Everybody goes crazy around this deck. And it can mix with modern meta decks. Saberhole is a card I haven't said the name of in probably maybe a decade, I'm not sure. But this absolute power force card is a powerhouse. Activate only while you control a face-up X-Saber monster, negate the summon of any monster and destroy it. With only one printing, you can see the market price spiking to $14, yet the lowest listing for a near mint doesn't exist, and the lowest moderate plays are 36 right now. And sales did go towards $17, with even some at 18 towards 20 and 23 here. Mild play, yikes. And yeah, so you might want to be digging through your bulk looking for copies of this, I say, with the mountain of bulk behind me. I had my first conspiracy theorist on a while that I control the market for my own gain when I don't actively buy, sell, trade, and when I do, it's very public in my Discord. So that was an interesting one to see. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. Live Twin Leela and Kisi Kill Collector rares went absolutely crazy when the new support was announced, and it was actually decent. They did this also for Eldritch and Cyber Dragons, the tri-decks in the OCG we never got over here, but we would assume that would still get ported eventually into some kind of reprint set, which we have more reprint sets now than ever in the TCG. We also see that the collector rare Evil Twin links are going up, and other copies and Starlight rare for Trouble Sunny, they're all spiking up just a bit. And around the deck, I mentioned Sprite Sprend on my penny stonks. We also have Sprite Blue Ultimate rare getting a lot of traction and going up towards $16 when it was selling around 10. We also see for Eldritch, the Flying Mary Wandering Ghost Ship is spiking on up for the Quarter Century Secret Rare. It was originally going up, oh, this got a lot of potential, it could be pretty good, trailed on down, and now it's back up towards $17 to $18 right now. I've liked this card since its inception. I've thought it has a lot of long-term potential, and here we go with some of that realized potential in future support. How many times do you think they're going to print a random generic zombie card, or Eldritch card, or zombie archetype card, vampire card in the future? This one seems like it has a lot of legs to stand on in the future. From Rage of Abyss, Quarter Century Secret Rare, Again, I just like this card a lot, but I don't have any because I don't vend Modern. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you enjoy the videos and discussions. I like going more in depth. I've talked multiple times about why I don't vend it, but if you want the rundown, a lot of people are newer here over time. During ABC format, I had Magna Reverse on my radar. The pros made me promise not to talk about it, but here you go, this hot tech card, and it did really well for ABC during its opening weekend. And at that point, it was $3 opening weekend and spiked to 20. I sold all of mine at 12, not going for max profit, and it quickly did come down towards 14. However, it still feels like, oh, this guy just talked about this tech card this weekend. Regionals were this weekend and he streamed and it was there. Oh, he could have done all this. And I was like, well, I can either bring my audience the deals first, and I have promo codes and stuff they can use and make it that way, or I could be doing this on the side, but then I bring the information later, and it didn't sit right with me, and that's specifically why I quit vending. I don't like to really try to make max profits, so when I do sell cards, it's like Trident Dragion went to 120 when people were really hunting for them and asking a friend, and I found mine and I sold them all for 60 to 65, I think, in the Discord. There were about 10 of them. So when it comes down to stuff like this, I'm not trying to max profit juice or even bend the market to my will. It's like, I do have cards, like I probably will go find my Saber Holes eventually. If they're not reprinted, I'll list them like half price or something in the Discord, and if other people need them for their decks, they can use them. If they're trying to get them deals, they can go there. I'll limit it to like a playset per person for however many I have. That's how I like to deal with it. I tried to be extremely transparent, and right now I don't love being in the position, but code usage is the main way I make money. It used to be streaming. I was the top streamer. Master Duel, I definitely fell off, and I haven't kept up consistently with streaming. But when it comes down to it, it's like, yeah, code usage is, and I still tell you all, hey, I wouldn't be buying this. I would think about this sooner than later, but I never push it either, because I'm blessed to be in a position where I don't have to, thanks to all the support from the community from when I was top streamer and that sort of stuff. But I know that's ages ago, and people are either newer to the scene, or they forget, or they love their conspiracy theories on the back end. But again, I hope y'all had a happy holidays. I certainly did. And I do openly talk about this stuff. I think it's worth looking at. And for people who end up wanting to do Yu-Gi-Oh! For a living, there's a lot of different routes. Vending, YouTube, and YouTube is by far the easier one than monotonously sorting all day, being a customer service to thousands of customers and everything that goes on there. It's hard being a vendor.